I'm on one of my school's robotics teams, the aptly named Chaos Robotics. And as you can imagine, the team is filled with students who want to enter a STEM field or pursue STEM majors in college. And despite being the lead designer for our recently Innovation Award-winning team, I'm an oddball. I'm quite possibly the only robotics kid to ever want to major in philosophy or sociology. Now, naturally, being close friends with my teammates, we're often at school for hours or even pulling all-nighters to design, build, and code. So this topic of discussion comes up every once in a while. And so they ask that question, and I respond honestly. Usually, and I'm simplifying the responses here, I'm met with the general sentiment that these are useless degrees. Although this is purely anecdotal evidence, how would society reach this disposition? It's a very unique sentiment in the context of previous world cultures, particularly in modern Western civilization. Consider the role oral history and folklore played in society. Anansi the spider from the early Akan civilization of Ghana, Virgil's Aeneid, the tale of Princess Kaguya, also known as the tale of the bamboo cutter, all provide vital clues to the development and establishment of these civilizations. The Aeneid, for example, became Rome's national epic and provided them with a sense of what it was to be Roman, rooting their past in complex myth and legitimizing their rule through belief in their divine founding. This work too directly influenced later critical works like Dante's Inferno, which played a crucial role in medieval understanding of Catholicism, and Dante's literary guide through the levels of the afterlife is Virgil himself. Similarly, philosophers have irreconcilably changed the landscapes of our societies. Confucius's Analects influenced almost all of East Asia, primarily through the concept of the mandate of heaven during the Zhou dynasty. Descartes, one of the fathers of Western philosophy, not only influenced the concept of rationalism, but also developed modern geometry and the widely used Cartesian coordinate system. Kant blended rationalism with empiricism to challenge predisposed beliefs about epistemology. Regardless of their specialties, each philosopher's contributions can be condensed simply to the profound impact of fundamentally altering people's mental interactions with the world around them. The fundamental value of history and new ways of thought, along with many other forms of the humanities like art, was not lost on these societies. Many had systems to emphasize the value of an education rooted in the humanities. Cicero's Humanitas and De Orator embellished the value of the art of oration, and Studia Humanitatis during the Renaissance was a course of study including grammar, rhetoric, poetry, history, and moral philosophy, to merely name a few. While the humanities are still often required in core curriculum, the trend is that it is on the decline in many places. Just recently, the Board of Education in Florida removed sociology from the core curriculum of 12 public universities, replacing it with a customized US history curriculum. In addition, a 2020 statistic from the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, along with the Hettinger report, confirmed that over the past 8 years, the number of humanities majors in college graduates has decreased somewhere between 16 and 29%. Similarly, fewer than 1 in 10 graduates obtained humanities degrees in 2020. Therefore, many departments have considered or have already cut humanities programs. This is especially concerning because, as Robert Heinlein puts it, a generation which ignores history has no past and no future. So why are the humanities in decline? There are several ideas. First may be the increasingly capitalist nature of Western society. In the capitalist system, the primary medium of exchange is money, and the goal is to seemingly accumulate as much as possible. The humanities are naturally non-conducive to this goal. As such, STEM jobs become much more appealing to both the boss and the worker. Innovation breeds larger profit margins and greater pay for the worker to take to their family. But in the humanities, where the primary incentive is thought or beauty, it is less valuable to the capitalist society. That's not to say that the work of science isn't beautiful. As the proud designer of a first technical challenge robot, I can assure all the STEM members of my audience that the robot is essentially my child at this point. In addition, it is also important to note that some majors in the liberal arts can pay comparably or more annually than some STEM majors, particularly those in the natural sciences. Some of those with liberal arts degrees can surpass the pay of jobs in the sciences by age 40, especially as certain technology becomes obsolete, while the soft skills of the humanities are almost always in demand. Nevertheless, the drive for profit and both the perceived and actual lower pay of the humanities are key factors in its decline. Another may be the need for instant gratification developed by social media. A primary function of the arts and humanities, and one still commonly used today, is theater. Whether it be the tragic plays of Sophocles or the works of Jimmy Motokyo in the Nope style, entertainment was a frequent use of the humanities to tell stories, relate to human experience, or merely for comedy. While a great aspect of this persists to the modern day in some of our great works like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, Seinfeld, or even The Simpsons, fundamental differences have also arisen from our culture of constant entertainment, where once the average man would have spent hours contemplating thought or attending a discussion in the agora, the modern man seeks continuous stimulation and constant entertainment. This naturally decreases interest in contemplative fields like philosophy or even the arts. As such, the structure and development of modern society are not conducive to the intangible fruits of the humanities. Henry Ford once claimed, "History is bunk." There is perhaps some portion of the population that finds the decline of the humanities not an issue. Science has significantly advanced the comfortability of modern living, and it continues to make meaningful advances. But science alone is a score with no symphony. The raw data, facts lie upon the page, but without the symphonic